We'll have to send multiple bodies at Embiid to keep him in check. We'll see how they try to defend him. It won't be straight up. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Now here's Henderson. His average of about 35.5 points a game is pretty astounding, but one that he's worked very hard for.
3 points.
Hits it from three-point range.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
To halt the run. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Smart. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
First team foul.
Takes it inside. Porter pulls it in.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Embiid inside. Out to Henderson. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
He just knows where to go. Embiid positioning himself perfectly to get the putback.
Now, here's Fox. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Hey, guys, just a little too nonchalant there. That's a couple turnovers here in the last few minutes, and those miscues can spell trouble.
Here's Fox. Pass to post. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And that's his 2nd foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
The Heat shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is it?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
The Heat trailed by 6. Pass to post. They set the pick. Heat moving the ball around. And here is Hunter. Defended by Caruso. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And a new group getting ready for Miami.
And for your Heat squad.
Shot clock at 5. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. .135 left here in the opening quarter. And here's Henderson. He's got 5. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
It's Trent on the wing. Hunter, no good. Henderson right side. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Caruso with the steal. And then Henderson with the dunk.
There's the basketball mind of Henderson working. Stayed ahead of the play for the score.
.35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Embiid. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Nice shot by Smart.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Screen by Capella. Count the basket.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options if he can't penetrate. Your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
And then Henderson with the jam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
21.
The first quarter concludes. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And that one falls for Henderson. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, "Can you believe that?"
And the dunk by Capella.
And a great display of physicality from Capella. He's not one to shy away from contact.
The Heat have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Pass to Banchero. Tries yet again. Back to Capella. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
If you see yourself on the picture, give yourself a round of applause.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Fox. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can, don't.
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size, he's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
Henderson inside the three-point line. And the dunk by Embiid.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Pass to Batum. Here's Fox. Takes the 3. And Post gets it to go. Post has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Caruso with the ball. Good on the triple.
Well, Caruso is a very selective shooter, but he was committed to getting those points back.
Here's Fox. Good work defensively by Smart.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, "I've been guarded so many different ways, I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody." Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Fox with it. Now Henderson defending. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Embiid inside.
Well, this is part of why guys love playing with Smart. He will reward you for getting open if you can.
Fox, no good.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Here's Banchero. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Pass to Capella. It's Trent on the wing. Here's Smith. Capella with it. Guarded by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
.143 left to play in the first half. A drive by Henderson. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Back to Banchero. In the corner, it's Capella. 5 on the clock. Banchero outside. Trying to end the drought. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Pass to Caruso. Trying to find Henderson, gets it to him.
An emphatic block by Capella, using his size and strength to shut the offense down.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Bay with the double team. There's Porter with the three. Connects from three-point range. Porter's got 6 points.
Well, that's his game. Porter Jr. is a knockdown shooter off the catch.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half of basketball. A three-pointer is right on target.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Caruso. Back to Smart. Porter outside. He can't hit that time. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Delivering the blowout. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's Henderson. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Going inside. Pass to Embiid. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Assisted.
10 points for him.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, yes
Miami foul.
type of shot.
Clint Capella. Second personal foul. First team foul.
The first one falls.
Well, Henderson has a lot of talent. He's a dynamic guard who plays with a real swagger and energy.
Here we go, one-on-one. Hunter, no one around him. Buries it from three-point range. Hunter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Hunter on the wing. The wide open look here for Fox. From outside, off the mark.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And Capella over to help. The wide open look here for Caruso.
Alex Caruso.
Cans it from downtown.
Points.
Caruso's got 9.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Fox, no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And you know, guys, with him being on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Caruso.
Alex Caruso.
From 16 feet away, he cans it. Caruso's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you don't see Caruso take these shots much, but that doesn't mean he'll pass on the chance to score.
The kick out to Fox. 6 on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
First personal foul.
You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to Hunter. Fox deciding where to go with it. Count that one.
And sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific scoring even when he gets bodied up.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
And that one's good by Porter.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Pass to Post. Outside, Fox. Hunter with it for the three. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. 1:36 left in the third quarter. And here's Smart. Back to Henderson. Beyond the arc. Drops in the tray. Henderson's got 22.
Well, we know he can hit those. For Henderson, it's all about becoming more reliable out there.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
Here's Fox. Softly drops in the floater. Fox has got 11 points.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first two quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Here's Henderson. And it's Miami with the rebound. For three, Hunter. He can't get that one to fall. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
I love it, Kevin. Well, good to see Scoot Henderson rolling here. A lot of expectations on this kid, showing he has the ability.
And Post gets it to go.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The three-quarter. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. And Embiid with the block.
So agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
Pass to Smith. Here's Post. That three off the mark. Henderson looking it over. The shot from the low post is good. Henderson's got 12 points in just the second half.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Nailed from three-point land.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
A drive by Henderson. And Henderson throws it down hard.
Well, look, if you give Henderson room for liftoff, he's going to jam it all over you.
Now, flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Banchero outside. Post. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
Back to Trent. Smith outside. Porter with the steal. Henderson with it. Now Smith defending. Launches a three. Caruso, no good. Pass to Post. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Banchero. Puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's
Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop.
Pass to post. Off target with his three.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Back to Henderson. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Here's Henderson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Henderson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
And the shot is good. Henderson's got 38 points.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Batum for three. Sinks the triple. Batum's got his first 3 points of the game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And you've got to admire the toughness that Embiid plays with. He doesn't let fouls stop him from scoring.
And Miami has possession. Here's Fox. Pass to Capella. Back to Fox. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Smart.
And I really love Fox's game. And he's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
104 left in the fourth quarter. Henderson for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Henderson's got 43 points.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
With so many great point guards in this league, sometimes a guy like De'Aaron Fox can be overlooked, but when he's on, no one can stay in front of that man.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Second team foul.
And that one misses.
Shooting for the away team, Henderson. 2.
And the second free throw, good. And it's the Heat with the ball. Fox with it. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Capella. Left side, Fox. 6 to shoot. And he comes up with the deuce.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Now Henderson. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one.